everyone, Ronnie Wald live. We're here at the Dome on the campus of Quartz Hill High School, ready for another great game of the week right here, a sports broadcast. Quite historic this year. We transitioned, of course, from football into basketball. Our first basketball game last week, of course, Paraclete, and now a real battle here in the Antelope Valley area between Quartz Hill taking on Antelope Valley High School. Try to get you caught up with the players. We're doing it off the seat of our pants right now. And before we even start, there already was an infraction. Maybe too few players out there were not suited up or whatever. But before even time goes off on the clock, there's going to be a couple technical free throws taken by the Antelope Valley player. Number 21, Pierce Hill. He knocked down the first one. And the second one, in and out. So that's kind of an ignominious way to start this broadcast. They're up 1-0 with the baseball score, and not even a second ticked off the clock. And here we go. We're off and running. We're so glad you're with us on the network, L28 and Facebook. There's an entry pass thrown away. White-clad squad from Quartz Hill. And, of course, black and red trim, Antelope Valley. They're known affectionately as the Lopes. Now dribble deep, puts it up, no. Put back, no. A third opportunity, no. So third's a charm, but they get an offensive rebound. They had several there in that sequence, and right now they've got the basketball. The Quartz Hill Royals, a shot no good. They're 0 for 5 from the field here, and we don't even have, 35 seconds eclipsed on the clock. Dribble deep that time for, again, this Antelope Valley team, and was fouled. Remember, brand new NFHS regulations on the team fouls. You have to have 5 team fouls in a quarter before you get an automatic 2 free throws. But this one was in the act of shooting. Kawan Sims, number 1, out there right now. So it's for Antelope Valley, Kawan Sims, Gavin Houston, Deshaun Lewis, Pierce Hill, and Ronald Miller. Second one, that one no good, missed 0-2 in terms of free throwing. 1-0, 45 seconds elapsed, and a baseball score. That's going to be a pull-up shot. It's from 15 feet away. It's no good and knocked out of bounds that time. As for Quartz Hill, it's Jeremiah Williams, Ty Jackson, Jonah Singleton, Jaden Norman, and Jalen Ignacio. Both teams at 3-2, and by the way, this is the Golden League opener. That one thrown out of bounds, last one to touch it. That time was an Antelope. Antelopes and Royals. Remember, Quartz Hill used to be the Rebels. They changed their moniker. Shot underneath, no good. And a good rebound. That time, number 15 to grab it, Ignacio. Boy, he gets about 9 a game in terms of rebound proficiency. Here is the spot-up shot, no good. Another offensive carom. I've got unofficially 7 in the ballgame, but they throw that one away. And that'll be their first turnover of this ball game. 6:39 to go. As you know, in the high school realm, 8-minute quarters. 6:33, 6:32, 6:31. 1-0 right now for Antelope Valley, and knocked down there a couple of players on the floor. Here at the Dome, it's been around since this school was constructed, 1964. For years and years, Antelope Valley, that was the only high school in the area. For about 50 years. Then came, of course, Quartz Hill. And they've been playing against each other basketball for over 60 years. That batted away, stolen, and taken right now by number 10, Jonah Singleton. Beyond the arc, up top right now to Ignacio. Puts on the hardwood. Here's his pull-up shot. It's good. Okay, both teams kind of cold, just like the weather outside tonight in the high desert. Oh, burr. It's, they say freezing overnight, but not freezing on that shot. Ignacio gets a tray. 3-1 right now at Quartz Hill. And that one thrown out of bounds. He just lost the handle on his buttery fingers, no doubt about it. 5:55 to go here in the first. Ronnie Wald on a broadcast solo bid. Sorry to say, Tiffany Johnson not with us tonight, but we always think of her. I know she's out there. Here's the shot. They missed that one, but on the putback, the follow, number 8 in terms of offensive rebounds, if you can believe it, for again Quartz Hill in the first quarter. Losing that basketball that time was Antelope Valley. Let's see if they'll get it back. Yeah, they will. Again, if you're joining us late, the black-clad Antelope Valley Lopes and the white guys, that one from Quartz Hill, the Royals, the white uniform. All right, knocking it down, rolling it, and a game of bowling that time, and it turned out rolling right to number 21, and that we don't have a uniform for him, but we're going to have a timeout on the floor nonetheless. Again, both teams 3-2, but nothing on the Golden League scoreboard yet, and this will be the opener, and we're glad to take off the wrapper and get it started here on L28. Quartz Hill themselves, looking back, they're fresh off a loss. They did lose the other day, and so did Antelope Valley. But it all starts over in this so-called second season, as we're going to keep it right here through this the first time out. Antelope Valley, in fact, lost to Vasquez 67-64. Their head coach, and he's been around a long time, Edward Campbell. If you can believe it, his father once coached this Antelope Valley team from 2004 to 2006, yeah. So the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree, and for the last 12 years, Edward Jr., Edward II, sounds like a British king, but Edward II in charge of the Antelope, but we know how long Bernard Nichter has been at Quartz Hill. What a run. 2 stints for him coaching the Royals. 2. The first time around, he put in 12 years, broke away, became Paraclete's coach, and then came back for the last 10 years at Quartz Hill. So great coaching experience out there tonight, as again the Antelopes have it. Puts on the hardwood himself. Number 3 takes it, Ronald Miller. The shot is good. So that makes it 5-3. Antelope Valley has the 3 as they're down by 2, and then answering back, 3-point country good. That's number 1, Jeremiah Williams, the 6'3", 160-pound junior. So make it now 8-3. Got that score straightened out. Quartz Hill, the home squad, up by 5. They steal the basketball. Now going coast to coast, running over that time in Antelope. And they're going to call the foul on the Antelope. Was it in the act of shooting? Let's see if there'll be free throws. No, they'll be taking it out. So that's a third team foul assessed right now on Quartz Hill. Or check that. Yeah, Quartz Hill has 3. That's the first team foul. I got it. On Antelope Valley, and they throw it away. That was no doubt a diagram play, and nobody was there to take the entry pass that time for Jeremiah Williams. 4:35 to go on a swiftly moving first quarter clock. 8-3. Quartz Hill with the lead. Antelope Valley with the basketball. Back and forth he goes. He throws it away. It's been a sloppy affair so far here at Quartz Hill. Entry pass and lays it up and in just like that. Jonah Singleton. Jonah, one of the guards on this team, able to finish and open up a 7-point lead. That represents the largest lead of the ball game so far with 4:08 to go here in the first quarter. Big angular guy with it, and he couldn't hold on to it. It's stolen just like that. They've got 5 steals in this game, and number 5 takes it to the rack. He couldn't finish, but he knew he would be fouled in the act of shooting. Nice move on the part of Ty Jackson. Again, Williams, Jackson, Singleton, Norman, and Ignacio for Quartz Hill. Sims, Houston, Lewis, Hill, and Ronald Miller for the visitors from Antelope Valley. Free throw good. Now 11-3 it is, opening up themselves an 8-point lead. A little concerned is Ed Campbell because he had a number of players who just down with illnesses, coming back from the Thanksgiving holiday, all kinds of issues. He was hoping he would be able to suit up enough players. Both Sims and Hicks have been under the weather, and Sims is their top scorer. They depend on him and need him. Free throw good. It's 12-3 now. Inside 4 minutes to go here in the first. Now going down hard, losing the basketball. Ending up on his wall at that time was Kawan Sims. He's a great physical specimen, only 5'11", but 180 pounds. And if you weight him in water, it's all muscle. There's no body fat on him. But again, suffering from flu-like symptoms. Here's the shot. That's on the baseline. It's good. It's a three-pointer. Boy, did that roll around. Like the Hippodrome. Wow. It found its way back through the cylinder to make it 12-6. Quartz with the lead. He's going to pull up. He likes that 12-footer, but it won't fall. Now losing the basketball and having it taken away. The big guy out there, just their Antelope Valley. That's Pierce Hill. Pierce got the rebound, and now, again, more sloppiness. If you wanted to follow this first quarter and said you wanted to do maybe a tutorial on good, solid basketball play, it wouldn't be in this first quarter. We've had a plethora of turnovers. And if it wasn't for the great ability for Quartz Hill to at least crash the boards, they wouldn't be up by the score of 12-6 now, because they've missed their share of shots as well. 3:18 to go. Inbound pass comes over to Julian Henriquez. 6'2", 170-pounder. They're using some different players now. Angel Marquez, and the entry pass down low. Julian, and now against the grain pass, ill-advised, a long lead pass, and laying it up and in, Kawan, last name Sims, for Antelope Valley. 12-8, Antelope Valley on a 6-0 run right now. With it, number 14, Elijah Henriquez. His shot, no. The putback, no. Hit high in the air, volleyball style. Grabbing it on perimeter left, and now being stripped away. What a great defensive job, that time from Dante Young-Scott. Our first time to look at Dante. He's 6'6", 195. He just took it away with reckless abandon. Now they get it back, going left to right across your laptop, your PC, your tablet, whatever. Enjoy it. Pivot left, the shot, 17-footer, no. Enriquez gives it off instead quickly to Elijah. Now Elijah Enriquez, he's the one that had it, and he missed the open look. He had a spot-up open look shot 18 or 19 feet away and could not bring it down. Now, inside 2 minutes to go, 1:56 on this first quarter clock. 12-8 it is. Pass on the baseline, nowhere to pass it. See, limiting his passing proficiency over there was trapping him. Great defense that time on the part of Quartz Hill, and they're going to get the basketball back. When you trap a player on the sideline, the passing lane is negated. It's very much like a one-way street, no way out. Now perimeter left, up top it goes over back to Angel. Angel's got it, now finds number 2, Kevin Johnson. Johnson underneath, a great athletic specimen, but couldn't get it to fall on this Monday night in Quartz Hill, California, and fighting for the rebound again, as he is wont to do. Number 21, Big Pierce Hill, and I do mean big. All 180 pounds of this young man, a senior. Quartz Hill 12, Antelope Valley 8. What a great run for Quartz Hill. Can you believe it? Athletically, all their program, every one of their sports made the playoffs last year, whereas Antelope Valley really in a rebuilding process. Antelope Valley wants to find out, and they will tonight from this game, if they have the caliber to be a top 4 team and make it to the postseason, as the free throw is good for Pierce Hill. 12-9 it is, 1:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Good crowd out tonight in this unique dome-like structure. They came up with an idea in 1964 to pattern after probably the Houston Astrodome, and they got it here. No other schools in the area decided to make it or build a dome. Lancaster High School and Eastside built after this one. But it's unique, and here it is. Here's a shot underneath in the paint, no. Another great rebound, offensive variety. They've got 10 in the game, and launches a tray from the corner, no good. Boy, very much in this east-west configuration. Very much an unforgiving rim over there on the east side. And nonetheless, they're going to get free throws right now. Being pushed off there was Angel Marquez. Or check that, number 10, Jonas Singleton, pardon me. It was so close, hung on the rim, it seemed like forever. It needed a prevailing trade wind just to get it through, but it didn't. Jonah takes his dear sweet time about it. 2-bounce dribble. Here's a free throw. He knocks it down to make it 13-10. Got a great halftime guest, the athletic director here at Quartz Hill, Aaron Kavanaugh, who also serves as the baseball coach. Very successful one, too. Missed the free throw, but they got another offensive carom. And this against the grain pass, knocked away, but back in the hands of Quartz Hill. And let's see, it's going to go in the back court. It'll be a backcourt violation. Nobody else touched it. It was deflected away. And so we'll go back over to Antelope Valley here at the 55-second mark of this swiftly moving first quarter on another one of our great L28 broadcasts. Football was successful for us. Thousands of hits. Now we pivot into basketball. Hope you're enjoying it. Got a couple more weeks of, again, Golden League action and other teams in the area before we take a break for Christmas. So we sure hope you'll stay with us. And we are balancing our schedule, giving all the high schools in the area a shot to be on the air. And for, again, their moment in the sun. Uh-oh, stripped away. Trying to grab it over there was one Jalen Ignacio, the one that's doing so many great things in terms of rebounding this year. Ignacio, almost 10 rebounds a game. And by the way, Jaden Norman, astounding. He's averaging almost 24 a game after averaging 15 and changed last year. He's really improved for this Quartz Hill team. Here it is, three-point country off the mark. Rebound underneath, you know who, Quartz Hill. Shot underneath, foul as it's knocked away and headed to the charity stripe right now, Jalen Ignacio. 26.9 seconds to go, everybody. 3-point lead and trying to open it up right now. The 5'11", 170-pound Quartz Hill native, one Jalen Ignacio, J.I. at the free throw line. Here it comes. No good. Got our wonderful crew here tonight. I mean, just getting the elements together after the holiday, that was a challenge enough. But it's great, as you notice, once the holiday's over, they're not going to waste any time. Golden League action starting immediately Monday night after, again, the Turkey weekend. Missed it, shot put up, air ball from 5 feet away, rebound underneath Antelope Valley, and here they come back. Kawan's got it. Kawan takes it, and it's blocked by Jeremiah Williams. Great move by Kawan, again, suffering the flu-like symptoms, but I thought he had put him away. Jeremiah was ready for that fake. Yes, he was. 13.8 seconds ago. Shot clock been put to bed. Oh, he throws it away. 9 seconds, down to 8. Up the middle, that's Jonah Singleton. Missed the shot, but following was Ty Jackson. 15-10, and you hear that buzzer, and that's the end of the first quarter. The shot attempt taken by Antelope Valley was an air ball. So there you have it. 1 quarter in the books here at Quartz Hill. And the scoreboard says it all. 15-10 it is. 5-point lead for Quartz Hill. We'll be back. You're watching exclusive sports broadcast on L28. Here on L28. Hey, can we get a shot of our dome roof here? You think we can do it? Quite a unique, we'll come back to that later. It's quite a unique edifice here. Here's the long-range three-point shot attempting by Quartz Hill. No, air ball, but Kawan's got it, coast to coast, and lays it up and in. They needed that. I mean, it's a whole new period, a new, again, look at the outlook on things, so to speak, and getting the first score here in the second quarter means a lot for the Antelope team. They pulled within 3. They won't give up, but so won't this Quartz Hill squad, known again as the Royals, and that was number 1, Jeremiah Williams. 17-12, 5-point bulge right now for Quartz Hill. For all you folks that remembered for almost 60 years, they were once known as the Rebels. They've made the change on their sobriquet, their moniker, and that was a traveling violation, no doubt about it. The bunny hop there at pivot right, 17 feet away, called on number 11, Jaden Norman. Oh, by himself. I thought he would try to slam it. But at a moment in time, as he left the tarmac in midair, the pilot said, hold up there, just lay it up and in. So with it, 19-12. Pull-up shot, right side, off the mark that time. Karam comes down that time to Ignacio. Ignacio finds number 11, Norman, now on the right, left side. Three-point shot attempt. That one won't be there this time. A great offensive rebound, a fresh 35 on the timer. Oh, but he throws it away. That's an act of thievery. Takes it by his lonesome, but up against 3 people, that was ill-advised. 1-on-3 break, come on, that time for Deshaun Lewis. So getting it back again, Quartz Hill. He goes airborne. He's trying to draw the foul. And it looks like it is going to be in the act of shooting. Very talented team headed by, again, Bernard Nichter. He had 2 years at Santa Fe Springs, 5 at Paraclete, and 2 stints here at Quartz Hill that encompasses 22 years. That's 30 years of coaching. 6 league championship, CIF semis 3 times, and to the state tournament twice. 19-12 it is. Second one on its way. Bounces out. Another rebound. What do you expect? And they get it back. They lose the basketball. And picking up out of nowhere, Jaden Norman with his great speed. Jaden. He just turned on the afterburners. Like at Pomona, the Winter National drag races, he's got that afterburner in him. Here's the shot, and it doesn't even draw the iron. Did not do it. It hit the backboard, and that was it. Back they come the other way. It's working now with 5:50 to go. Oh, the ball gets trapped there between the rim and the backboard. Okay. Number 11, we see Jaden has the great vertical leap, able to dislodge it. Well, they got close, 15-12. Now a 6-0 run perpetuated right now on the part of Quartz Hill. We've got a timeout on the floor. Well, a fast and furious game so far. We were talking about this interesting place, the Dome, right here at Quartz Hill. They wanted something different, something unique in the area in terms of high schools. Remember, Antelope Valley High School goes back to 1915. So when this was built in 64, the Dome was built. And I haven't had many people say it affects the trajectory or the ability of a player spatially to determine the shot and how much you should put in it, trying to judge the rim against the rest of the area. But it's really quite a place. It's not, of course, the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, but still, it's quite a highlight. And now it's celebrating next year 60 proud years in Quartz Hill. All right, back to live action here as we're in the second period of play. 21-12 Quartz Hill. A whistle on the floor, loses the basketball, and they're going to give it back over to the Royals. Bernard Nichter versus Edward Campbell. Put those two guys together, you got a cumulative 42 years of coaching experience. Quite profound, quite impressive. Okay, they're slowing it up considerably. Instead of the fast break offense, now it's almost like you would call it a half-court set offense, trying to grind it out, maybe chew up the clock, and a whistle away from the basketball right now. Antelope Valley, they'll be taking on Lancaster at home on Wednesday. And our next broadcast will be with the Lopes, fighting it out against Eastside. That's a week from Wednesday. Here's the shot, no good, knocked high in the air, and couldn't grab it was Joshua Schneider. Now, loose ball on the near sideline, trying to grab it. He almost had like a swimming motion there as he was in the pool, and he couldn't quite reach the basketball. So it's going to go back over to Antelope Valley. Yeah, Schneider, 6'5", 175. He really stands out there on the floor, number 13 in the white uniform. Now the officials will confer for a moment here. As we noted, both these teams coming off those losses. Antelope Valley lost to Vasquez a couple days ago, 67-64. And Quartz Hill themselves had a loss. But I'll tell you something, even though Quartz Hill is 3-2, the 5 games were all on the road. They went all the way to Wasco, 116 miles away, and they won that game. Wasco, the city of roses, they call it. But plenty of thorns for the Wasco team. Now here's a little bounce pass. It was rolling just like a slow roller to a second baseman that time, but they're going to give it right now on the turnover over to Quartz Hill. They're the ones right now with the 9-point lead. Up and down he goes. Oh, nobody was looking for that pass. There's a diagram play, but they weren't awake. But it comes back to Quartz Hill. In midair, no, but the putback good underneath. Jaden Norman went that time airborne, but Ty Jackson, very efficient on the putback. 23-12, up by 11 right now. And losing the handle and basketball out of bounds. And the last one to touch it was, of course, a Royal. So not only did they come up with this again, brand new nom de plume, new mascot, the Royals, but they even adopted the Kansas City Royals look, color, the font, everything. I thought I was in Kansas City for a minute here. Now here's the bounce. I'm looking for some good barbecue. Now here's the bounce pass off the ankle, inadvertently kicked, and basketball to Antelope Valley. Opposite of our broadcast position. Here we are high above this, the southern sideline at the Dome. Inbounds pass, quickly over to Angel Marquez, and he loses it. Here it comes back the other way. Quartz Hill, number 1 again. Who else? J.W. Jeremiah Williams. Right now, that represents their largest lead of the ball game. It's 25-12. 4:05 to go in the first half. Here's the shot, and this one knocked out of bounds. So a long history. These teams have faced off against one another. But if you're an Antelope Valley fan, I've got bad news for you. So you better hold your ears on this one. They haven't beaten Quartz Hill for 5 years. 8 straight victories. They're called the Royals. That's a royal flush. Here's the shot, good! It wasn't a three-pointer, he'll take it. Nestled beautifully again into the cylinder, and they're up to a 16-point lead. Uh-oh, Snyder's has it, and now he saves it over there. Joshua Schneider, great effort on this young man's part. And they're going to get the basketball back right now here at the 3:39 mark of this, the first half, second quarter. Really looking forward to our halftime guest. What great things he's been able to achieve here at Quartz Hill. The athletic director, Mr. Cavanaugh, will have him coming at the half. Don't you dare miss it. Here's a little runner, and he knocks it down. This second quarter has been a mother load for this, again, Quartz Hill team. They've got 30 on the scoreboard. And the scoreboard's starting to look like a pinball machine at 30-12. And Antelope Valley, they haven't scored it seems forever and a day. That was a three-point shot attempt, and it won't be there that time. They come back the other way. It's Jeremiah, coast to coast. Shot no, and he may have traveled. He did travel. The bunny hop assessed that time against Jeremiah Williams. And now we are at 2:59 to go here in the second quarter. Again, Edward Campbell telling me before the game this is their baptism by fire. They're going to find out if they belong in the top 4 teams to make it to the playoffs in the Golden League. In this Golden League opener, we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:52 to go, everybody. 30-12, Quartz Hill, the home squad. We'll be back. You're watching an exclusive broadcast right here on L28. Welcome back, everybody. 30-12 it is. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. By the way, we were referencing Quartz Hill's 3-2 record, and they're coming off a one-game losing streak. But come on, cut them a break. They had beaten Fullerton at Fullerton. I already mentioned they as well beat Wasco, way up there in the Kern County area. Beat Fullerton, that's quite a long drive. And the next night they had to play Fullerton-based Troy, and they gave them the best shot they could, but lost by 10. So cut them a little break. This happens to be the first game of the year for Quartz Hill here at home. That's going to be a traveling violation that time. And Aaron Cavanaugh, the baseball coach / athletic director, he fielded that basketball pretty good that time. Not bad. Aaron took time off during the holiday. He earned it. And we had to try to locate him. And my good friend Casey Burrell, who I worked for, he's a baseball coach at West Ranch High School, also a USC All-American, said, Casey, tell me where I can find Aaron. He had it just like that. The baseball coaches are a great fraternity. And Casey, a wonderful guy, said, Aaron, great coach and a better person. That's our halftime guest. Okay, 30-14 it is. Taking it himself, that's Norman. Stormin' Norman, he's got it. And he also was fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line and try to complete the three-point play. 2:35 to go. And if he does can this one, well, right now at 32-14. That's a 18-point lead. That's their largest lead of the ball game, regardless if he cans this free throw, but we'll see what he can do. Stormin' Norman, averaging almost 24 a game. He's really improved after 15 a game last year. We mentioned that earlier. And this rebound, last touch by Antelope Valley. Boy, you got to grab that rock. You can't be like treating it like a hot potato. You got to grab it. Oh, three-point country. That one, not that time, for Keeson Caesar. Our first look at him. Back they come the other way. He's playing one-on-three basketball there. And Kawan Sims was denied. He wanted to draw the foul and could not. Instead, ball knocked out of bounds, and the last one to touch it was a Royal. So number 21, here's Pierce Hill. Pierce, a big body in there. To Kawan, the diminutive one that scores a lot of points, but he's only 5'11", 180. 180 soaking wet. Sometimes they're wrong with those numbers. Oh, the runner throws it up. No, that was Jeremiah Cleveland. The ball came down in Cleveland that time as he comes back the other way. Number 11, Jaden Norman, kick over left side. That shot, 24-footer, off the mark, back to Sims. Sims by himself, no. He should have finished, but you could tell the after effects of the flu-like symptoms. He's back from an illness. He just didn't have the strength to lift his body off, that time, the floor. Here it is, another three-pointer. They love that one, but I know they've only hit one tonight. They're not going to count that little runner on the part of number 14, Elijah Henriquez. So foul away from the basketball. 3 team fouls assessed right now against Antelope Valley. 2 on the home squad, that being Quartz Hill. 1:40 to go here. They want to desperately get back in this ball game, but they're fighting an uphill battle so far. 3-point shot attempt, that one's no good, air ball. And the scoreboard always seems to tell the story, no matter how much the broadcaster goes on and on and on. Missed the shot, grabbing it instead Singleton, up top this time. 3-pointer, no, goes high for a great rebound, stripped away that time, and taken by Antelope Valley. Back they come now right to left, all the way, shot no good. Here's the Karam with 1 minute to go here in the first half. And a resolute and very dominating lead right now with less than 1 minute to go. That's going to be a backdoor pass. Turnaround, good. What a body down there for number 23, Keysyn Caesar. K-E-C-Y-N, last name like Julius Caesar. He came, he saw, he conquered. 230 pounds. I would get out of the way too when he conquers. Another three-point attempt, unfortunately. That one an air ball. Whistle away from the basketball with 31.3 lonely seconds to go here in the second quarter. And they've worked to a 20-point lead. 20 points. That means the shot clock has been put to bed. Betty by 26.2 seconds. Throws it up in the air errantly. Gets it back. Fights for it. Puts it up. Hangs on that unforgiving rim. Now Caesar underneath. And Caesar couldn't get it fall. Caesar is a well-developed high school player. Senior. 6'8", 230-pounder. There's no body fat on this young man. He is an imposing person. And by the way, Quartz Hill has been a factory to send players into college. Free throw good. 35-14. According to, again, A.D. Kavanaugh, he said they had 7 players from across the spectrum of sports here at Quartz Hill signing letters of college intent. Wow. Yeah, we love field goal percentage and points and rebounds, but the number we love too is hearing they're going on to college. We all agree on that at L28. Oh, that was a pass, knocked away 5 seconds ago, takes it by himself. No, tipped up and in! Caesar! Can I give you the Latin on that? Vini, Vidi, Vici. Caesar able to score and make it 38-14. Okay, we're going to take a little break. We're going to cobble together some rudimentary halftime stats to try to make sense of this first half here at Quartz Hill, California. And while we do that, we're going to line up our great AD here at Quartz Hill, Aaron Kavanaugh. So join us for that interview. We'll be back. Again, here's your score at the half as we start off the Golden League outright. And if you're a Quartz Hill fan, you're delirious. They lead right now over Antelope Valley, 38-14. And welcome back, everyone. I call it the Dome. What do they call this gym?
The big gym.
The big gym. It's got that dome-like structure. Ronnie Wald, along with Aaron Kavanaugh, the very talented athletic director here at Quartz Hill. And you have to be excited. Your team here in the Golden League opener, basketball, leading 38-14.
Yeah, I'm excited for the basketball season. I'm excited for the winter sports. I'm really proud of Coach Nichter and what he's pulling off here.
And here's the baseball coach as well. How do things look now for I want to say Rebels, Royals baseball?
Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. We always compete. We graduated some good seniors, but we're going to be fine.
Okay. As far as this Golden League is going, you're athletic director, so you know about all the sports. Tell us how it looks for basketball at this juncture of the year.
I'm feeling good with basketball. Knight is always the tough, team for basketball, and we split with them last year. So I think we're in good shape here. We have hired a new girls basketball coach, so I like the direction they're going in.
And you gave me good information on Coach Nichter. Can you repeat that for fans out there? Because a lot of times people say, well, what's going on with Bernard Nichter? Oh, he's like Old Man River. He just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah, he's been here longer than I have, which I've been here. This is my 20th year, and he's been here longer. But he has such a passion for the game, and it really shows and comes out, and he has a genuine care for these athletes. He wants them to do well. He pushes them, but I think they respond well to him.
The athletic director here of Quartz Hill, Aaron Kavanaugh. Aaron, tell us, what are the special challenges you have in your job? And I've always wanted to know, again, trying to juggle both jobs. How do you do it well and still keep your marriage going, your family life?
Well, my wife at home might disagree with that since I'm home, or she's home and I'm here now. But baseball in the spring, everything's kind of taken care of, so that's kind of easy to do. But it really is just about wanting the best for the athletics here and trying to make sure that this program, this school, is the top athletically in the Valley.
How do you feel about the Golden League? And baseball competes in the Golden, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much a geographical league encompassing the Antelope Valley, like Foothill is for the people in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, we're one of the few districts where every school is in the district. So the district is the league is the district. And it's, depending on the sport, some teams are good at, other teams not so much. And we compete in the league, and all of our teams make the playoffs. I told you that earlier. Last year, every team made the playoffs. So it's a good league to be in because it gives you a chance to go win a CIF championship.
And in terms of the future, I don't mean 10 or 20 years down the line, but how do you see things shaping up in the CIF Southern section?
Well, I know they're going towards the competitive equity. They're looking to place playoffs based on this year like they do in football, and they want to do that with the rest of the sports. And I see the league at some point, the league needs to be split. It can be unbalanced at times, and so whether we split north-south or east-west, that's the question.
All right, that's going to leave us with a very interesting proposition. So all our fans out there will have time to think about it. Aaron Kavanaugh put it there. And thanks for letting me bother you. It was a holiday weekend, and somehow I found this man. I was able to track him down. So thanks again, and getting our L28 crew in here.
Thank you for coming and doing this. We really appreciate the publicity you guys doing this. I appreciate it.
And we'll be back after this. And welcome back to live action, everyone. Starting off again off the seat of our pants. A tray from Quartz Hill. I just saw, again, that official's designation. 3 more makes it 41-14. Great interview at the half. Thank you, Aaron Cavanaugh, the athletic director of Quartz Hill, for stopping by. Okay, we're ready with a shot there. 3-pointer. No, a couple players go down very hard. Sliding on the floor. The shot is made over here by Antelope Valley. 7:06, just the start of things here in the second half, third quarter that is. And really a Herculean effort right now. It would have to be for Antelope Valley to get back in the game. The 3-point shot's up, no. Tipped once, twice, no. And now a long lead pass. Here's a golden opportunity for them in the Golden League opener. And he does score. That's Kawan Sims. 41-18. Talk about scaling a Mount Whitney. Ooh. Uh-oh, nobody there to guard him. On the reverse, though, he could have kicked it over to a fellow player, but elected not to. Kawan taking it like 90% of the time now, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. He'll get free throws right now. Quartz Hill, 41. And sadly for Antelope Valley, only 18. We did have time last week in paying tribute to the great Newton Shillette, who spent a month in the hospital, went through rehab. He's home now, the coach of Paraclete, as the free throw is good, and now it's 41-19. And I had to ask Coach Shillette while he was at home, how does he feel about Coach Bernard Nichter of Quartz Hill? He said, well, I have tremendous respect for Coach Nichter. His teams are well prepared and play hard. In fact, my son, Brad, played for him. As the free throw, no good. 41-19 it is. 6:20 on this, the third quarter clock. A rocker step now, stepping back that time, number 15, Jalen Ignacio. I was able to cobble together some stats, but if I don't get to them soon, they're not going to be valid, if you know what I mean. That was a great lay-in that time. Number 1, that time, able to lay it in, Kawan. And now, 5:54 to go. 43-19, loose ball, sloppy play is endemic in this ball game, and now a whistle on the floor. Jeremiah Williams of Quartz Hill leading all scorers at the half with 11. Norman chimed in with 9. We'd love to call him Stormin' Norman now. And Ignacio, the rebound specialist, 8 points of his own. Now another whistle out there. We'll see what that's all about. Jeremiah Williams, Jaden Norman. Number 15, Jalen Ignacio. Number 5, Ty Jackson. And 11, Jaden Norman. Not Jalen, Jaden Norman. They're on the floor. The white-clad Quartz Hill squad against Antelope Valley. Here's the shot underneath. He may have traveled. He did travel. The proverbial bunny hop. Harvey. All right, now in the corner. That's a dangerous place to be if you get trapped over there. Instead, entry pass down low, stripped of the basketball, but free throws be coming for Jeremiah Williams. Or will they? No, they just said he lost the basketball. Not in the act of shooting. That begs incredulity. Oh, underneath, that doesn't. What a great time there, able to finish. Number 5, Ty Jackson. 45-19. We're going to try to keep this one interesting. We've had a few blowouts at L28. Oh, they got the basketball back. Attempts a three-pointer, no. He wants another one. Open look. Launches it from 24 feet away, and it ain't going to be there that time for Antelope Valley. 4:50 to go here on the third quarter clock. 45-19, everybody. Here's the shot, no. Oh, the putback. Appropriately enough. Who else but Jalen Ignacio? He got BOGO that time. 2 for 1. He got the points. He got the carom. 47-19. In and out. Heartbreak shot. Deep into the cylinder. It came out. of the so-called unforgiving rim, and I'm speaking of the Eastern Rim here at the Dome, the Big Jim. Oh, puts it up, and he goes out hard on his gluteus maximus. But now the ball loose. Who wants it? Number 5 attempts the shot, Ty Jackson, and Ty lost it. They still didn't call a foul. We don't have, oh yes we do. We have 3 team fouls on Quartz Hill, but none assessed against Antelope Valley. 0, nada, zilch. Doing honors right now, just left his goal, and knocked out of bounds, appropriately enough that time, by Kawan Sims. As we said, both these teams on mini one-game losing streaks. Hopes spring eternal here at the opener of the Golden League. Here it is, 3-point country, good! Kind of a clear night, cold outside, but not a bit of precipitation. But raining trays inside this, the Big Jim. Oops, that was the runner, and it won't fall. On again, this clear but cool Monday night in AV. Oh, he puts it up and in. Able to finish beautifully, Jaden Norman. I've got him down with 15 in this game, unofficially, but he averages almost 24 a game. Pump fake, doesn't want it, throws it away. An act of thievery, someone call out the sheriff's department, a pickpocketing incident. Able to grab it now by himself. He put a shoulder into the defender. He lowered the shoulder, number 11, Jaden Norman. And still they're going to call the foul on Antelope Valley. It's just that kind of night for them. I believe the offending party was Pierce Hill. Anyway, we've got the video going, so if you go back to that part of the game, 3:20 left in the third, you'll see how the talented Jaden Norman that time lowered his shoulder into the defender. Knocks down the free throw, and they're well past the half-century mark here. They've got themselves 53 on the scoreboard. Annabelle's here producing this broadcast and handling the camera work expertly. So well, they don't even need me. And Jen, the communication czar of Lancaster, is doing her part down there. Look, she gave you a big smile. She likes that czar stuff. Nicholas and Alexandra. And Jen. Oh, now up the middle. Here's the shot. Rolls around beautifully. Oh, that was a whirlpool there. And finally got through that unforgiving rim. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the third. 53-21. We're not lying. That's the number. And a big lead for this Quartz Hill team. So happy to have home cooking. Their first home game of the year. And they're sparkling in it, but the shot that time, no. That one rimmed off, taking it himself. Oh, he looked like 4 or 5 steps, but they didn't get the whistle. Back to Quartz Hill after the miss. Uh-oh, tried an alley-oop, goes in the hand that time of an Antelope. He's got it. Snyder comes back, no, couldn't block it. Second attempt, no. And grabbing it, boy, they are certainly unlucky. Multiple attempts and couldn't get it to fall. Now he wants a tray. A little bit short that time for Jaden. Taking it by himself. They're just playing almost like basketball out there on the park. They're not looking like they're following any preset plan or style of play. They're just, whoever's got the basketball has got the rock is going to put it up. Instead, against the grain pass in the paint. Bounce pass, grabbing it right now, number 25 with it. That looks like Harris, and thrown away. You don't want to keep turnovers in this game because it's a horrible number if you're an Antelope Valley fan. Hit high in the air, volleyball style, now grabbed by the Lopes. The Antelopes with it. Runner, scoop shot, no. Grab this time and they're going to get a fresh 35 on the timer. Instead, it's taken back. This time by number 10 who's got it. Jonah Singleton, shot no. Snyder underneath. The relentless one. Yeah, I told you already, he's 6'5", 175. All arms, legs, elbows, knees, everything but the kitchen sink in this young man. And closely hounding number 25, Harris, who's only 6 foot. And finally, losing the basketball back over to Quartz Hill with just 54 seconds to go in the third. They'll take their time, half-court offense. Nobody really guarding him, so he'll take it himself up the middle. Shot missed by Jonas Singleton. Ball knocked out of bounds. We are really moving along in this game as we come to the waning seconds of this, the third period. Number 3 will do honors on the same side of our broadcast position. Looks like Javon Culver. So they're really using the entire bench. Oh, what a shot. He went down hard. He was fouled. And he hit it hard. That's your family? Oh, okay. One of the fans got really excited when that shot was hit by Jaden Norman. Jaden Stormin Norman, okay? And they're going to call timeout. And sometimes you call timeout before the chance for the three-point play. It will mess up the player's rhythm. But no, they're going to send him out there anyway on a technical, and he does get it. Yeah, sometimes you just call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here through the break. Clock running, because it's just like football, you know. They just keep it running when it's such a huge disparity of score, and now it's 58-21. So they let him complete the three-point play. I've got him with 18 in this ball game unofficially. And he picked up a new nickname here, courtesy of L28, Stormin Norman. We don't pay royalties. He's on his own. So they're letting the clock run through the timeouts. This happened last week in that Paraclete game we brought you. That was a blowout. And now in just a moment, you'll hear the buzzer at the completion of this, the third period. Quartz Hill, 58. Antelope Valley, 21. We'll be back. You're watching exclusive sports broadcast right here on L28. We'll be right back. Live action, we don't want to forget our intrepid camera work provided by Ryan. Thank you so much for bringing the images to the people. Stealing it back, that's Schneider. What a great move. Again, tall, angular guy, but look at his great footwork and the ability to move the basketball where it had to be. Very nice, 60-21. Yeah, 39-point bulge. Loose ball, Schneider's out there. Who else? Oh, he's trying to grab it from his own teammate, but he has it. Okay, alone, sets fires, couldn't get it to fall. Oops, just a game, again, a volleyball, tapping it into the left side, grabbing it that time, and making the three-point attempt. No, Schneider wants a tray. Three-point country, good! Schneider all over the place, but he wants to show he's not a post player down low waiting for the rebounds. He can go beyond the arc and knock it down. He did. As the ball is knocked out of bounds, it's all the way up, everybody, to 63-21. All I can do to Antelope Valley is quote Shakespeare. What is done cannot be undone. They're going to have to find a way to pull it together on that three-point shot attempt. That was missed, but who's dominating in terms of offensive caroms? Who's been crashing the boards? It's Quartz Hill, and now trying to draw the foul because he played so out of sorts there, kind of crazy, hoping that, again, the Antelope Valley player would put a hand on him. Well, he did. So, number 11, Jaden Norman. Unofficially 18 in this ball game. Oh, couldn't get that one to fall. We were hoping he'd get to the 20 mark here. Just the start of things here in this, the fourth quarter. We're back on, everybody, a week from Wednesday, and we'll be bringing you Antelope Valley again. They're taking on East Side. 5:50 to go, passing the timeline into the so-called attacking zone. triple teamed, nowhere to go, feeding Jeremiah Cleveland. Cleveland misses a shot. Rebound underneath, none other than our good friend Caesar. And here is a tray. Alone sets fires, and off the mark, another one. Caesar gets a carom. He's been outstanding on the boards. Another three-point shot attempt. That's no good. Big Schneider's got it. He doesn't have body mass, but he's taller than anyone else out there, like a redwood tree. And here's the shot underneath, no good, but foul was committed. And who else but Jaden Norman would love to get to the 20 mark? Did you know Jaden's made 32 free throws this year and coming into this game? That is not a useless stat because he's number 5 in the entire state of California in terms of knocking down free throws. And here he has another one and 19 points in the ball game unofficially. Kaysen Caesar was ready to check in, but they told him, hold up there. You've got to check in with the scorer before you can get back on the floor. Official told him that. Sitting down will be Javon Culver. Look at the big smile on the part of Caesar. He knows he's having a great game. That free throw was intentionally missed on the part of Storm and Norman. They were hoping to get the rebound out of it, but couldn't. Well, it didn't hit the rim. It would not even have been an official rebound. All right, here we go. Heading towards the eastern goal. Lake Los Angeles, Victorville, Phoenix, all points east right now. But what can they do? They've only got 21 meager points in this game. Knocked out of bounds. They'll get the basketball back. And 15 has eclipsed on the shot clock down to 20 right now. It's been an uphill grind for Antelope Valley, and that inbound pass is thrown away. And that gives Coach Campbell some sleepless nights. No doubt about that one. So Coach Campbell, you can see that, pardon me, the pensive look he has right now over on the sideline. How can they throw away an inbounds pass? Now it comes back to Quartz Hill. And it's all the way down to 3:13. Why? Because the clock runs when there's this Donnybrook of a game. I mean, let's face it, nobody wants to really pour it on. The indignity, it's going to be a long ride home. And yes, it's only back to downtown Antelope Valley High School, near downtown, off Lancaster Boulevard. But, you know, even that's going to be a long journey after a game like this. 9 straight games Quartz Hill has beaten Antelope Valley, dating all the way back to the pre-COVID days of 2017. Timeout on the floor will break as well. 2:36 to go. 65-21 right now, Quartz Hill. So glad you're with us. We'll be right back. Speaking to Coach Ed Campbell before the broadcast, just asked him, who does he think will be fighting it out in this Golden League race? He said Quartz Hill, of course, Knight, and Little Rock. Remember how poor Little Rock was in football? Well, they've got a basketball dynasty going on over there off the Pear Blossom Highway. Shot missed and grabbed, and you see they've got a lot more energy than the Antelope Valley team. You got to give Quartz Hill credit. Alone sets fires. This one a bit short. They haven't hit a lot of trays tonight, but they're not afraid to attempt them. And being up 65-21, thank you very much. They can pretty much do what they want here with 2:30 remaining in this ball game. Quartz Hill, they're going to improve to 4-2. Antelope Valley, 3-3, but more importantly, 0-1 in the Golden. And the Royals will win their first game, and they'll be facing off against Little Rock on Wednesday. At Little Rock. Will they be able to sustain this offensive juggernaut? or will it be a different story heading into Little Rock's house? 1:55 to go. By himself. Shot no. Caesar put back. Caesar's got it again. He's taller than anyone out there. He's like a veritable himself. Empire State Building. Now here's the shot. This time no good. And a whistle away from the basketball. 3 team fouls right now on, again, Antelope Valley. Only one on the home squad, Quartz Hill. So we really haven't seen the last 2 weeks 5 team fouls come into play. We've had coaches say it's been a better flow with the team fouls resetting after every quarter. And goodbye to the 1-and-1 free throw. Okay, 1:14 to go, and he loses the handle. Oh, he'll take it by his lonesome. Ahead of the pack, lay it up and in. Julian Henriquez. Great job. 6'2", 170. And as a result, inside 1 minute to go, 67-21. Stop the hemorrhaging. Put a suture on it. Oh, great job with the steal. Looks like he's got that one. They knocked him hard. Intentional foul. Why not? He just didn't want to give up the points. And the clock continues to run even through this free throw. 46-point lead. And that defender for Antelope Valley, so much pride, he wouldn't allow number 2, Kevin Johnson, to have the obligatory lay-in. Here's the free throw. No good. Well, with the clock running like that, you wonder if he can get it off in time. That's out of respect to the team, losing now 47 points. Yeah, 68-21. And here it is, the buzzer sounds. On a very dark and ominous night if you're an Antelope Valley fan. But switching over and thinking about Quartz Hill, who's a true contender in the Golden League, they have to feel great and ready to go up against one of the toughest teams in the Golden. That's Little Rock on Wednesday. Final score here from the Big Gym, the Dome, 68-21. Now, here's a program note. We're back on a week from Wednesday, everybody. Join us on these historic L28 broadcasts. We know you'll like this one. It's Antelope Valley again at their home gym, facing off against Eastside. Look forward to talking to you then. And we've got a couple more games going on before the Christmas season. Thank you, everybody on the L28 staff. Thank you for your viewership. Until next time, Ronnie Wald. So long for now.